So we went up to visit the audio orgy.
No, we're not calling it that.
What are we calling it?
I don't want to call it Canadian Hi-Fi Retreat. It's International Hi-Fi Retreat.
Audio orgy it is! All right, I'm headed down to the Hi-Fi Retreat at Ian's resort. Last year it was at Lumina. This year it's at a different place. Haven't been there yet. Can't remember what it's called. Anyways, Doug's going to be there first, and we're going to be meeting people from all over the world. They're flying in for this. This is huge. And we're going to get some more interviews for our documentary. All right, we're driving up, and I'm seeing something pretty familiar here.
Is this for the travelers?
Yeah.
I'd like a better shirt.
It's travelers, Doug.
So we're at what we're calling an annual designer get-together. We're in the Muskoka region, different location than last year. That location's down the street. Well, last year was to get all the NRC alumni together, and this year it's attracted NRC alumni and other people, including Martijn, he's in this room, from the Netherlands, the founder of Dutch and Dutch, and Paul Hales from California.
So, welcome everyone. This is actually the second annual, whatever you want to call us,
audio orgy.
Everybody got here. It was interesting because many of the people had been here before, but a few hadn't. And what was interesting is to watch Martijn Mensink from Netherlands first meet Floyd, because Martijn read everything about Floyd. It inspired him. It's what helped create the Dutch and Dutch company he co-founded. And this is the first time he had a chance to meet him. And Paul Hales came from California, and he met Floyd maybe in passing, but both him and Martijn just quizzed Floyd and Sean Olive. And Sean Olive, he wasn't here last year at all, but he was kind of right-hand man, I guess, to Floyd in terms of the research data and stuff like that, but he came this year, he made sure he was here, compiles all the listening tests and stuff done all over the years, and does research, last for Harman. Now he's retired, but he's consulting, and he's here filling everybody in. And this morning, Lloyd is doing a presentation. He did no presentation last year. We just kept it really loose, but he wanted to do a presentation on all the research, all his life's work, and Floyd promises it's going to teach everyone a lot, and that's been his lifetime's work.
This is a very brief summary of my professional life, which involves many of you guys and gals.
So what'd you think of that presentation of Floyd's in there?
Tremendously informative.
Did you learn anything?
Informative. I learned a lot, actually. I had to stop and think about it, because I've studied acoustics myself, not at anything like the level that Floyd has, but his understanding of what actually is audible has changed audio, changed acoustics, and changed audio for all time, I think. I mean, without him, we would still be scrambling around and fumbling around in the dark.
It shed a lot of light on stuff I was broadly aware of, but really spotlit.
and Floyd at the presentation was talking about what the world was like before, back in the the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, and how the whole thing was viewed completely differently, and there was really not much in the way of science applied to it. So yeah, I think it was, he really gave the journey, and it was fantastic.
And so for those who don't know, Paul was the first speaker designer to work with Floyd. He came to NRC in 1974, and then had 7 years of kind of a free run of NRC before Ian showed up.
Right.
And so with that in mind, did he encapsulate the whole journey well in that presentation?
Oh yeah, covered pretty much everything that I experienced as I was developing loudspeakers, and certainly learning about loudspeakers.
I read his book a long time ago, so a lot of it was a review, but it was a lot more useful in person, because you really understand a little bit more of what he's saying and what he's meaning, not just necessarily by reading the book.
I have all those papers. I've read them all. It was nice to ask a couple questions, get a little clarification on some things, but yeah, no, it's useful.
You know, I've seen many of his, so some of it was review, but look, there's nobody that knows more about this stuff than he does, right? And I wouldn't have traveled from California all the way to the, 2-3 hours north of Toronto, to do this if you know, he wasn't my hero, right? So yeah, it was amazing.
I think it's fantastic. I think the industry needs more of this. This is what's missing. We need to get together, we need to discuss. We are going to have different ideas and different opinions, but that's what's going to forward the entire industry, is bringing those opinions to light and discussing them so we can all learn from them.
And so it feels like speaker camp, right?
You think we should do this annually?
I do. It's super fun talking to folks that have been at this for decades like I have, because the war stories that you hear and the conversation at the dinner table and stuff, it's all super, super fun, right? Bunch of nerds nerding out together.
So the weekend's not over here, but our time is almost up here, but it's successful in the sense that everybody around here loved it. It was informative. It's a networking opportunity. It's a chance to see part of Canada that many people, even Canadians, don't get to see. The question is, how will it be next year? Probably only want about 5 more people here because it's a nice size of group, but I think it was successful in terms of everybody getting to know each other and also seeing what the Canadian loudspeaker industry has done, in particular Floyd Toole.